A. Dixon, Erica. It is possible to find Momma Dee in a locked room with Erica Mena. In the beginning, in the realm of reality television, the distinctions between created drama and people's actual feelings are frequently muddled. The story of Erica Dixon, Momma Dee, and Erica Mena stands out as one of the many storylines that are weaved throughout the lives of the celebrities. It is a story that is full of suspense, unexpected twists, and dramatic disclosures. One fatal night would set the stage for a dramatic meeting that would change everything. On the surface, their relationships appeared to be a complex tapestry of family ties, friendships, and rivalries. However, this would impact significantly all of their relationships. What Erica Dixon saw that night would permanently change her outlook on the women in her life. The scene took place in a private environment, a room that was locked, and it was there that she watched the event. A night of betrayal, discoveries, and the precarious nature of trust are all explored in this fictional story, which takes a deep dive into the lives of these three women, which are packed with many moments of drama. In this alternative reality, a locked chamber would serve as a catalyst for secrets to be revealed, and the level of loyalty that exists between family and friends would be put to the test in ways that none of them could have anticipated. A moment of peace before the storm. There was never a time when Erica Dixon did not take pride in her strength. Erica had formed her life on the concept of independence and self-sufficiency. She was a mother, a businesswoman, and a woman who had conquered a multitude of challenges with resiliency. She had managed to rise beyond it, focusing on her daughter and her own future, despite the fact that her relationship with her ex-fiancé, Scrappy, had been a turbulent one. On the other hand, the women in her life, including her mother, Momma Dee, and her former friend, Erica Mena, had always been a source of emotions that were difficult to understand. It was impossible to ignore the formidable presence of Momma Dee, Scrappy's mother. Her personality was larger than life, and she had strong ideas about each and every topic, particularly those that were related to her family. Over the course of her life, Erica had acquired the knowledge and skills necessary to negotiate her connection with Momma Dee with prudence. She was aware that the woman had a profound affection for her son, Scrappy. There was always an underlying tension between them, even if there were times when they were able to enjoy some peace and quiet. It was then when Erica Mena appeared. Their connection had deteriorated over the years, particularly due to the fact that both women had gotten caught up in the drama of their individual relationships with Scrappy. These ladies had been close friends in the past. Erica Mena, who had at one time been the feisty and outspoken lady that everyone loved to see, had transformed into someone who was unpredictable. She was sometimes a friend, and other times she was an adversary. Despite the fact that the emotional roller coaster that the three ladies experienced was anything but predictable, none of them were able to prepare themselves for the events that would take place on that fateful evening. That evening, the confrontation took place. It began in the same manner as every other evening. A party was about to take place at Momma Dee's house, and Erica Dixon had been invited to attend. In an effort to heal past wounds, Scrappy, who had been attempting to fix fences between his mother and Erica, thought it would be a good idea for everyone to get together. He has been trying to mend ties between the two of them. There was also an invitation sent to Erica Mena, who had been in town for a photo shoot. Erica Dixon, despite the fact that she was not particularly excited about the prospect of seeing her former friend, decided to attend. After all, they were adults, and it felt like a gesture that would be worth doing since it was for the sake of the family. Small conversation and uneasy glances were the first things that started the evening. Everybody was on edge, and they were all attempting to act as if the tensions from the past did not exist. Erica Mena, who was wearing a striking red dress, maintained her distance from Erica Dixon while Momma Dee, as is her customary practice, dominated the conversation with her anecdotes and ideas. They hadn't communicated with one another in months, and neither of the women was eager to make up for the time that had passed. As the night progressed, the women continued to argue with one another, and the booze continued to pour around them. The situation took a different turn when Momma Dee insisted that they all sit down in the living room for a heart-to-heart discussion. Despite the fact that it was a move that was intended to give everyone the impression that they were making progress toward a resolution, Erica Dixon could see that something was not quite right. She was not the type of person to back down from a conflict, but she was also aware that she should not rush into anything without first gaining a complete grasp of the situation. Suddenly, Momma Dee excused herself from the room, stating that she needed to check on something in the rear of the room. She took advantage of the chance to lean in close to Erica Dixon and say something to her, a word that remained ingrained in her consciousness for a considerable amount of time after it was spoken. Watch out for her. She's doing both sides of the issue. After hearing the words, Erica Dixon's instincts raced into high gear. The phrases appeared to be mysterious yet were loaded with meaning. It was difficult for her to comprehend what Meena might have meant, and her mind were racing. Was she referring to someone named Momma Dee? Or did there exist anything more profound? In spite of Erica's best efforts, the seed of uncertainty had already been planted in her mind. The more the night went on, the more suspicious Erica Dixon became. As the absence of Momma Dee grew more noticeable, Erica Dixon finally got up and made the decision to look into the matter after what seemed like an eternity had passed. After taking a quick look around the room, she became aware of something peculiar. The door leading to the study located in the back of the home was slightly ajar. Even though her heart was hammering in her chest, she approached it in a quiet manner. Despite the fact that the room was supposed to be locked, it was uncovered and open. Without giving it any thought, Erica methodically pulled the door open even farther and then entered the room. The following scene would leave her unable to catch her breath. Revelation. The book. Within the confines of the study, Erica Dixon discovered Momma Dee and Erica Meena engaged in a heated discussion with one another. However, as Erica moved closer to them, she was able to pick up on snippets of their conversation. They were seated in close proximity to one another and were chatting in hushed tones. She was the first one to spot Erica standing in the doorway, and it was Momma Dee. The astonishment caused her eyes to widen, and for a little minute, there was completely stillness. Erica Meena, on the other hand, did not exhibit any signs of confusion or astonishment. She did not show any signs of anxiety, almost as if she had been anticipating this precise moment. The question is, Erica, why are you in this room? Despite the fact that Momma Dee's voice was sharp and her typical authority was obvious, there was something in her tone that suggested that she was embarrassed. A tone of surprise could be heard in Erica Dixon's voice as she said, I should be asking you the same thing. Please, Momma Dee, tell me what is going on here. What are the two of you thinking? Quickly rising to her feet, Momma Dee attempted to diffuse the tension that was present. Not a thing, sweetie. We had just finished conversing. That is the only thing. However, Erica never seemed to buy it. Enough had been seen by her. Despite the fact that they both avoided her gaze, the glance in their eyes conveyed a great deal of information. I choose not to believe you. Her voice was now filled with wrath and hurt as she said, what exactly is going on? It was eventually Erica Meena who broke her silence, as she had been silent up until this point. I suppose that the secret is out of the bag, isn't it? She said it in a chilly manner, not even making an effort to conceal her lack of interest. You did not want to listen to me when I attempted to warn you, but I did try. A glare was given to her by Momma Dee, but Erica Dixon was too astonished to pay attention to the dynamic between them. What exactly do you mean? Concern me with what exactly? Despite the fact that she was starting to put the pieces together, she was not yet prepared to face the truth. Are you really not aware of this, are you? The words spoken by Erica Meena struck Erica Dixon down like a ton of bricks. Every single thing was a part of the strategy. Everything about your connection with Scrappy, like everything else, was orchestrated from the very beginning. There was a brief gap of silence in the room. The information lingered in the air, causing a great deal of uneasiness. At the same time that Erica Dixon was attempting to absorb what Meena was saying, her mind was racing. Are you telling me that you've been playing me the whole time? Clearly, Momma Dee's tolerance was wearing thin, as seen by the disappointed sigh she let out. It is not what you believe, My sweetheart. It is a difficult situation. It was never our intention for it to reach this point. On the other hand, Erica Dixon had a hard time processing the words. Previously, the space had the potential to be a place of reconciliation. Instead, it now felt like a prison of lies. It turned out that the women she had trusted, as well as the members of her family with whom she had attempted to make amends, were plotting behind her back. A pain unlike any she had ever experienced before was caused by the treachery. You've been plotting with her, haven't you? Disbelief could be heard in Erica Dixon's voice as she spoke. Following everything that has happened, this is how you repay me. Even though Momma Dee made an effort to explain, Erica did not pay attention. The shock was intolerable for me to take in. I am unable to complete this task. Neither one of you can be trusted by me. Following the completion of those statements, Erica abruptly exited the room by turning around and slamming the door behind her. In the hush that followed, the finality of her acts was reflected in the silence. After effects. As a result of that night, the consequences were unavoidable. In a state of hurt and betrayal, Erica Dixon made it quite obvious to both Momma Dee and Erica Meena that she did not wish to have any further interaction with them. Scrappy, who had found himself in the thick of everything, attempted to find a way out of the situation, but his words were ignored by everyone. For Erica, the breaking point had finally arrived. The lady who had once placed her hearts in the hands of the women in her life could no longer afford to take part in the games that they were playing now. The relationship between Momma Dee and Erica Meena became even more tense despite their efforts to improve it. During the time that each lady was working to save her own reputation, the flaws in their alliance became more obvious. It had been clear that they had been manipulating others, and the trust that had previously been the glue that kept them together had been shattered into a million pieces. In the end, Erica Dixon made the decision to prioritize herself, seeking happiness, calm, and a sense of who she is. Being surrounded by individuals who did not have her back was not something that she needed. It was a lesson that she had to learn the hard way, that certain connections, regardless of how close they were, might be more harmful than they were helpful. And despite the fact that the story of that night in the locked room will long remain a chapter in her life, it was a chapter that Erica Dixon would end with strength, knowing that her future would be brighter without the burden of betrayal hanging over her life. Final thoughts. When it comes to reality television, drama frequently feeds on the confusion and the chaos.